In the previous session, we completed the second part of the experiments. The first experiment that we had taken was VI characteristics of a PN junction diode. This was done as a 2 setup video. Part 1 was done on LT Spice and part 2 was done using virtual labs. For the second experiment, we again have divided it into 2 parts, both of which are being done on LT Spice. The first one was for a series clipper and the second one that we are taking is for a shunt clipper. Now to build a shunt clipper, the first thing that I would need is a voltage source. So you take a voltage source and you place it. The next thing that you will need are 2 resistors. So the first resistor is going to be placed next to the voltage source and the second resistor is to be placed so that I can take readings across this resistor. The next thing that I need is a diode. So a diode can directly be picked up from here and I'm placing the diode here. Click on escape and use the wire to now make the connections. So once you connect all of these boxes, see now since I've got this box over here, that means there is some problem here. So you go to edit and undo. You can also use F9 for doing the same thing. Continue wiring. I'm leaving a little more space below this point so that I can add another voltage source so as to get a biased connection. But for now, when we start with, we are going to use an unbiased connection. Pick ground, add ground to your circuit, click on escape and make this connection with ground as well. My circuit is now complete. For adding the values, hover over the value of the resistor, add the value as 1K. Now this resistor, I will add the value as 100 ohms, so I just have to write 100. For the diode, we pick up the same diode that we've been using till now, that is 1N914. Go to your voltage source, go to advanced. Now for the previous experiment, we had used a sine wave. Over here we will be using a square wave. So for square wave, you go to pulse, V initial. I'll allow the initial voltage to be minus 10 volts, V on to be plus 10 volts. A time delay. So initially I am going to have my signal off, so a 10 millisecond time delay. So I can just write this as 0.5 milli. Next, T rise. So the amount of time my signal will take to rise. Let me keep this as 0.1 micro. Time that your signal needs to fall, 0.1 micro. Time that it is on for, 0.5 milli. And time period will be 1 milli. I am not entering the value of cycles. And I click on OK. So I get this term. Now I want to get this below my circuit. So I click on this, place it below the circuit, click escape. Go to run. I am going to run this for a total of 10 milliseconds. So I click OK. My circuit comes down here and now I want to run this circuit. So I use this probe and I get this waveform. This is a square wave that is going from minus 10 to plus 10. The rise time and fall time are 0.1 micro. So they look like straight lines. And it is starting with an off and then it goes on for 0.5 milliseconds. So you can exactly see the kind of square wave that you have created. Now to see the output, you come here and click this. So you can see what has happened over here is I have made a positive clipper. Now in this positive clipper, all the positive waveforms have gone away and these negative waveforms are still visible in your circuit. What exactly is going to happen if I bias this? Now before biasing, let's make it a negative clipper. So for me to make it a negative clipper, I pick this diode and I turn it around and get it back into my circuit. And now when I run my circuit again, you can now see it has become a negative clipper. So this blue waveform is my output. All positive symbols are available, all the negative ones have been clipped off. Now why exactly is this happening? That is, it's not starting at 0, it's starting a little below 0. That is because it is a practical diode. You can read about this and you'll figure out why this is happening. I'm going to add a voltage source to my system now so as to make it biased. So first I place my voltage source here. I make a break in my circuit, and now I pick this voltage source and I get it to be placed in my circuit. So there is a small break, I will have to now connect it to ground. So once that connection is made, I hover over this and change this DC value to 2 volts. So you can take your time to figure out what is supposed to happen when I have connected a diode and a DC battery of 2 volts. I run this and you can see the changes that have taken place. Now this is starting a little over 0. So basically what has happened is the output that I am getting for the circuit right now is Vm minus 2 volts. So this total peak voltage is 8 volts. What will happen if I turn this battery? So again you come back here, hover over your battery, you hover over your battery and change the value to minus 2 volts. Click on OK and run your circuit. So now if you see, the signal has started below 0 and you calculate the total 0 to peak value, this will be a total of 12 volts, that is Vm plus V or Vm plus 2 volts that is available over here. This is how you see it in a square wave. You want to do the same thing, you can use a sine wave as well to see how exactly this clipper works. So this is the working of a shunt clipper. We've done 4 different circuits. First thing that we did was a positive clipper. We then went on to create a negative clipper and create 2 types of negative clippers using biasing. You can also do the same thing with positive clippers using biasing. So this is where we finished the second experiment, which was implementation of clipper circuits.